So hello everyone, welcome to Try Right. This is back 365. So myself Sujit. So today we are going to learn a new concept called that is conditional statements. So before we are going to start the session, if you have any doubt till the session, you can directly contact to Try Right. Okay. Now guys, whenever we are going to start this conditional statement, before we are going to deep down it, there are some small concept I want to tell you, because if I'm not tell you this type of logic, then it will be difficult why I'm using that concept, then you have some doubts on that. Before you have facing some doubt, I want to clear that particular thing. The first concept will called indentation. Means, if you know, in some programming language there are some rules. Means, as we compare to our Java, in our Java, if we are forgetting this semicolon, then at that time it will be not executing, it will be give some error. Just like that, in our Python, if you are not giving any indentation also, at that time also it will give some error. So what is this indentation? Indentation refers to, so it refers to the space at the beginning. Means, whenever we are going to write any conditional or condition, at the beginning there are some mean the space will be there. Okay, that will be known as our indentation. If you are not passing this indentation, it will be gives us the error as syntax error. So one indentation will consist of one tab. Means one tab will be four spaces. Means if you are giving one indentation, it will be consist of one tab, and that one tab will consist of four spaces. Okay, while we are discussing this conditional statement, we are going to see that particular thing. So now the next concept will be, because guys, we are know what is print function, so I want to give you more about on that. What is print function? Guys, print function is also a inbuilt function. Means, we don't need to create this print function, it will already available in our Python. Then we are going to know what is the use case of this print function. So it is used to printing some data. Okay, printing some data means whatever you want to printing some data in our console. Means, if you want to show in our terminal also, we are using this printing function. Okay, the syntax will be same. Sorry, easy. You can type print directly whatever the context you want to write in the form of our string. If you want to run string, you can type. Okay, so this is all the different type of small concept while we are dealing with our collection data type. Okay guys, so now we are going to start our flow control statement that are available in our Python. So in this session we are going to start this concept called control statement. Okay, flow control statement. So each and everything also in this, means to, from this session, each and everything we are going to see on practical. Means, we are doing coding now. As of now, we are already complete the theoretical part. As after this session, each and everything will be based upon our coding only. Okay, so make sure that you need to go through each and every point. Still, if you have any doubt, you can directly contact to TryRide. Okay, so what is flow control statement, guys? In any language, the flow of execution of statement follow waterfall approach. Means top-down approach. Means, what is the control statement? There are control statement are available if, else, and elif. Okay, in our Python. So in any language, the flow also in our Python also. So I'll give you the note also. In any language, the flow control of execution of statement follows the waterfall approach, means from top to down it will be follow. Then flow control statements are the special statements which are used for controlling or changing one actual flow of execution. Means if you want to checking some statement or if you want to know some condition, then by the help of our flow control, you can find that particular thing. So the next point will be flow control statements. Okay, are the special statements which are used to controlling or changing one actual flow of execution. Then how will we do each and everything we are going to see. Okay, then classification of flow control means we have flow control, then we have some classification on that. So there have two statements are there. Okay, means two statements. First one will be conditional statement. Okay, conditional statements, and the next one will be looping statement. Okay, each and everything we are going to see now. Okay, so first we are going to start our conditional statement. In our upcoming session we are going to see the loop statement. Okay, for this session we are going to complete this conditional statement. Okay, so what is conditional statement, or we can say decisional statement? Means you need to take the decision based on some condition. Okay, so what is conditional statement? In this type, it will be based on one condition. We will decide whether to execute set of instruction or not. If you want to check something, if the number will be even, you want to print, or if you don't want to print at that time, what you want to do. So if you see like that, we have some condition, or we have to take some decision. That's why we are telling that conditional statement. So in this type, based on the one condition, means if you are giving one condition, based on that we need to use. So we will decide, okay, we will decide whether to execute. Means if one condition will true, then we need to go inside that. If that condition will be not true, then we'll go into the else part. Okay, each and everything we are going to see. So execute set of instruction means each and everything whatever we are going to run, everything will be a set of instruction only, or not to execute. Okay, how the conditional will going to work, each and everything we are going to see now. Okay, so in our Python we have four types of conditional statements are there. Okay, four types means mainly three types, but we are going to see the four types of conditional statements. So first one will be if, then second one will be if else. Okay, if else, then the third one will be if elif, or we can say that elif. Why I am every time telling if? Because without if we cannot use anything. That's why if you are telling also else also, it's okay. Okay, then the last one will be nested if condition. Okay, so nested if, or we have also nested if also that are available in our Python. So first guys, what is if condition? So guys, if will be when we have only one condition to check. Means if in a condition we just need to print something. If that particular condition true, we need to print. At that time we know that we have some truthy value. Means if I'm taking a truthy value, if that particular truthy value will be true, then I need to execute that particular thing. So at that time we are going to use this if block. Okay, so what is if block we are going to see now. So I need to give each and everything, because till from now whatever the session you are going to complete, each and everything will be important. Okay, guys. So this is also called true block. Means if this condition will be true, then it will be go to inside that. If the condition or value is true, then the controller execute the if block. If no, then it will be go to the else block. Okay. If the condition is true or value or condition or value also true, then the controller execute the block. If not true, then it will be not doing that things. Okay. If the given value or given condition is false, then controller go outside of the if block. Okay. If the value or condition will false, then controller go outside of the block. Okay, now we are going to see the syntax. Now you can ask me, sir, you are already told that we have some indentation. Means if you are not giving indentation, then it will lead through the error. Now we are going to see that particular indentation. So the syntax for this if keyword, so if is a keyword, guys, so you need to pass the condition or the value also based upon your user requirement. You need to pass. Now you need to give a colon. If you are not giving that colon, it will be gives you the error. Now if you see here, it will be taking a space. If you are not giving that space, it will throw an error. So this is called our indentation that are available in our Python. So if you want to know from the diagrammatically also, I am creating for you. Guys, just see here. You need to write your if condition. Okay, based upon this if, it will give me. Means if you see, if this condition become true, then only my controller will execute this part. Otherwise, it will become outside this if block. Means here, if you see here also, I am mentioning one tab. One tab means one space, four spaces. If you see, if I am taking if, okay, I need to run that if. So we know that in our Python, we have some 8 or 9 false value. All of this means expect all this value, each and everything will be truthy value. Now if I'm passing 1, okay, now if you see, if I'm not giving this column, it will throwing an error. Now just see, if I'm printing here, we are using this print. So I am telling that if block is true or executing. Now if you see, guys, here it will be taking 4 spaces, means 1 dot, 2 dot, 3 dot, 4 dot. So we can say that one tab or one indentation consists of 4 space. Now if I'm going to run this code, it will be give me if block is true, because I am passing the if keyword, then I need to give a true condition. Either I need to pass a value or I need to pass as my condition. Because as of now, I don't have any condition. So I'll just pass a truthy value. So we know that if this condition means if block will be true, then only this block will be getting executing. So if you see in this picture also, it will be telling that if this condition will become true, then only this block will be getting executing. Now if you see here also, it will be give me the output as if block is true, means this condition will be becomes true. Now guys, if I'm giving a false value, now if you see here, it will be not printing anything because this block will be getting false. If you see or my controller come here, but I don't have any statement or any instruction to print. That's why it will be not giving any output. I am also creating your flow chart also. Means guys, if you see, if you are giving a condition, okay guys, Now if you are giving a condition, now it will be fast, it will be start the condition, if condition. If that condition true, then only it will be go to the if block. If that condition false, then it will be end only. Here also same also. If this condition false, it will be directly come to outside. If this condition true, then it will be come to my if block. Here also I am that particular explaining you that same thing. Okay, by the help of this, you can know how the if block will be getting executing or it will be getting working in our day-to-day life. So we can say that if that condition will be true, then only we can take that particular input. Okay, guys. So now before we are going to start this else means with the help of our if and else, we are doing some coding question. Before we have some function called our input function. What is this input function, guys? Input function is nothing but when you want to take the input from the user at the runtime only. Means now if I'm creating a variable, I just say I'm creating a variable called my norm. Okay, I'm assigning 19. But if I'm printing if norm double equal to 19, then this condition become true. I need to print yes. Guys, just see if I'm going to run, it will be give me the true because both hand side value will be same. Okay, now my requirement will be if I'm changing here. Okay, just see here I need to check that particular condition. It will be don't give anything. Guys, but I don't want to manually change here. I want to take from this user input. So at that time, I need to use this input function. So input function is nothing but it will be taking the input from the user. So in place of our quotation only, you need to run. So enter the number. Okay, so guys, if you are going to run this one, still it will gives you the error because in the input function return in the form of our string. Guys, just see we are passing 19. The condition will also true, but it will be give me true. If you want to check also, if I want to print that particular thing, now if I print type function, because type function helps to know the which type of data that are storing in this particular variable. Now if I'm running this one, it will be give me, so just see, just a second guys, it will be give me string, but we are passing a integer because our input function return type will be string. That's why now if I want to take in form of our integer, then we have already know what is typecasting. So guys, here you just need to typecast that particular string to integer because we know that if you want to convert a string into integer, you need to use your typecasting. But make sure that whatever the input you want to take, that input must be in the form of our string number. If you are taking the character, then it will be not converting. Now we are going to check it also. So here I am taking, so just a second. Now just see, it will be give me int and yes. If I am taking guys a string, okay, guys I am taking some character. Now if I am taking, it will be give me invalid literal for int function because int will not accepting any character. We have already discussing in our typecasting also. So guys, that's all for this session. In our upcoming session, we are going to complete our else block. Then we are going to start our coding part. Okay. So thanks for watching. Try right.